In this exclusive Reclaiming the Blade Day interview, we'll be talking with John Rhys-Davies, who is best known for his roles in Indiana Jones and, of course, Lord of the Rings. Take it away, Daniel.
Hello, yes, John. On behalf of the dwarves of the world, I must say welcome to you all. Welcome in. Yeah.
That is the best intro ever.
I've been thinking about John today, you know, as we were getting ready, as I was getting ready for our big Reclaiming the Blade Day, and I was trying to kind of understand why John gets so many roles and he gets so many callbacks, and we want to see more and more and more and more of John. And I honestly, I think it's because of his smile. I don't want to sound glib or anything here, but you know, he has a smile, because he told me yesterday when we were chatting that part of success for an actor is one part talent, the other part is a bit of luck. But I think in the luck category, genes play a lot in that luck category, and John has a original smile that lights up a room. It's very warm, and it's just you can't replace it. And you know, it's very, very, very unique. So I think that's why we want.
Thank you, Mother, for writing that for him.
We recently had a, talked with Weta Workshop, Richard Taylor, Daniel Falconer, Peter Loynes, and they talked about handling the swords, handing the swords to the actors for the first time. And I wanted to know if you remember the first time you were handed, like, not just Gimli and the axe, but any movie or scene, with the sword or weapon.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there is only one sort of weapon to have, you see.
I love it.
This is a nice little tool. Basically, wow. I like to. Oops, I mustn't cut myself with it. This simple little working tool here is known as an orc toothpick. I like to get them behind the knees to get them down to the ground at sort of my level, and then I sort of like to scramble their brains a wee bit with it, For the wet work, I always say, if you're serious about wet work, use an axe.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Don't do a movie the budget and size of Lord of the Rings without getting a prop from it at the end. I mean.
Yes. Did they give that to you?
They did give that to us. They gave us all one prop.
Is that one of the hero weapons that was made? And kind of getting back to Arwen's question, I know that they make a lot of lighter swords and weapons for more practical use when you're doing the stunts over and over and over again. And we want to ask you about that a little later, about just the process of doing those stunts. But yeah, I mean, did you do a lot of scenes where you were actually holding what they call the hero weapon, the one that probably the one that you have there? The one that's really
like it. But, you've got to understand it was very difficult for me because I had so much makeup on. I mean, by the time you put the armor on and the layers of costume on and the makeup on and the hard hat on and the 12-pound boots on and in total the 5 axes with a bit of chain mail, I was about 75, 80 pounds heavier than I started off with.
Yeah.
And it was always one of the banes of my life when we'd be high up on a mountain, and I'd see 2 people trudging up the hill with a hamper with my armor in it, and 2 people trudging up the hill with a hamper with the axes in it, and somebody climbing up the hill with the boots, and another somebody with the hat, and then the wardrobe department with some cloaks and
John,
things
I have to be honest, John. I would have panicked at that moment. Seriously, I would have just panicked, and I would have probably run in the other direction.
I was pretty dumb when I was a younger actor. It was my genius that was going to make me succeed. I wasn't going to brown nose to anybody. I didn't need to do that. They could accept me on my own terms. I was very lucky to survive with that attitude. The truth of the matter is that employers need to get to know, if they're going to give you a a leading role in a series, they want to know what sort of person you are.
I think so.
You know, I mean, are you going to get halfway through the season and decide that, in fact, because your emails have sort of swollen to 2,000 congratulations a day, that you are, in fact, the most important actor in television, and you should receive further recognition, preferably another couple of $100,000 a week per episode. You know, there is all sorts of insanity that goes on. The hardest thing to keep if you become successful is your sense of proportion, because you will have any number of people saying, "Oh my God, you're wonderful. I mean, you know, you're just wonderful. You're one of the greatest actors we've ever seen. You're one of the greatest actors in the world," and it makes us older actors howl with laughter when we see it happening around us, because we've all been there.
Yeah.
You know, and we've all seen our fellow actors.
Right.
You take this with absolute puzzlement, and gosh, you're all saying that I'm one of the greatest actors in the world, therefore I must be one of the greatest. What the hell am I doing wasting time with producers?
Oh, that was too good. Are you excited about exploring with Reclaiming the Blade with us again?
Very much so. I'd love to. I do commend Reclaiming the Blade to you. It would be nice to have another cut at it.
To see this complete, amazing interview, please head over to our Kickstarter page and become a backer for as little as $1 and gain access to this full 60-minute video, plus a 40-minute interview with Richard Taylor and the boys at Weta Workshop.